YouTube endorsements are a tricky thing. Companies will reach out to small YouTubers and offer free stuff in exchange for, guess what? Positive reviews. Now, Atoto reached out to me, and they didn't specifically ask for a positive review. They just asked me to review one of their head units. And I guess the idea is I install it in one of my vehicles, I get free stuff, I get a free $300 head unit, and I say positive things because I'm just excited to have a free $300 head unit. I'm not about that. I don't give positive reviews unless I actually like something. So instead, it's going in my friend's minivan. Back in March, I was approached by Atoto to review their A7 head unit. Oddly enough, they asked me to refer to the unit as a S8 Gen 4. The install was fairly straightforward. If you've done a stereo install in the past, you won't have any issues here. The pigtails on the harness are clearly labeled, and with the Metra Toyota harness, installation was a breeze. The Atoto A7 or S8, whatever this unit is actually called, is a typical short-body double-din stereo. So just about any double-din dash kit for any vehicle will fit the A7. The unit is attractive and sleek, but on first startup it's said to have this really annoying beep whenever you touch the screen. It turns out you can shut that beep off if you dig into the car settings menu, though it was really difficult to find at first. The settings app applies to the tablet settings, whereas the car settings app will apply strictly to the configuration of this particular head unit. This seems to me to indicate that the relevant car-specific software is simply added on top of the Android software, and not fully integrated like might be found in other units. I can't say definitively one way or another, since I'm no computer expert. It's just an initial thought. My real complaint with the majority of these Android-style tablet head units, the A7, S8, whatever you want to call it, is that while they look attractive and they're packed full of features that look good on paper, the wireless CarPlay and Android Auto are the only features that really matter to the average individual. The non-connected interface is nearly always clunky and difficult to use. Having to connect the head unit itself to the internet is a pain, and only really worth it if you absolutely have to access YouTube or any number of streaming services while you're driving. I'm more concerned about the 296 unlistened to voicemails. For individuals with kids, I fail to see how a stereo option coming in at just under $300 is a better option than a cheap portable tablet. Additionally, manufacturers have replaced volume knobs with touch buttons that barely work and are impossible to find while driving. So if you don't have steering wheel controls, avoid this head unit and all head units like it. In my small personal fleet of vehicles, I have several types of head units, including a similar Android head unit in my LS430. While it looks nice, it suffers from poor user interface and general difficulty to operate due to the touchscreen controls. The A7 suffers from similar problems that just make it feel unpolished. A lot of features crammed into the Atoto A7, like AI Assistant or map functionality, are included only as an aside to the fact that the unit itself is made out of a tablet. But as a standalone, they are hardly as functional as anything achievable by either Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Now, what if you want to have a head unit that will work well without phone connectivity? That's a valid point, but if that were the case, the primary selling point of a unit shouldn't be the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So at very least, if you cannot get steering wheel controls, don't get this head unit. I don't hate the Atoto A7. I just find a difficult reason to recommend it, especially at the price. Lots of Android tablet-based head units are known for their difficult user interface, and my personal opinion is that I want a head unit that is unobtrusive and that just works. I don't enjoy having to mess with the unit in the car while I'm driving, trying to get it to connect, or struggle to adjust the volume while going down the highway. To be clear, the volume controls can be sorted out by having steering wheel controls. However, lots of older vehicles, especially in the enthusiast space, don't have the options for steering wheel controls without major modifications. My first-gen Tacoma has no steering wheel controls, and there are no easy solutions to this, so a head unit like the Atoto A7 would be a difficult sell, especially since it's a 5-speed manual. While CarPlay connectivity worked well on the Atoto A7, I did have some issues with Android Auto connectivity. While the testing I did was far from exhaustive, my personal view is that the no-name Android tablet brands tend to lean heavy into a feature list that I have no personal use for. However, if you're looking for a feature-packed tablet that has more stuff than you know what to do with, this would be a good option. One other thing worth noting is that Atoto has said that the A7 is going to the S8 Gen 4 platform. Now, their website goes into it in some detail without really clarifying exactly what is the S8 Gen 4 platform, but it appears to be some sort of overhaul to their actual software. When I reached out to the rep, they said there are over-the-air updates, so having some level of support for a head unit like this is a good thing. The most important thing to consider is your personal use case for your head unit. What vehicle is it going in? How are you going to use it? Make those decisions and then pick from any of the hundreds of $300 head units out there. But most importantly, go buy a Sienna. These things have a lot of room and a million cup holders. They're actually kind of cool.
I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe in my soul, got a life on key. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it roll like that. Got the world in my cup and the beat in the back. I don't stress, I don't fold, I just lean on facts. If the sun don't shine, I'ma still bounce back. Let it ride, let it breathe, let it be.